Hello. So for my sixth project as an intern with Quantum Analytics, I was given a data set to clean and process, then analyze and visualize using Microsoft Excel. As a result, I was able to come up with this dashboard titled Excel Sales Interactive Dashboard, and I was able to come up with the following insights. First of all, let's look at top 10 customers by revenue. We would observe that company D had the highest revenue at $122,821, followed closely behind by company S at $122,085, with company H having the least revenue amongst the top 10 customers at $100,909. Um, but in conclusion, all the top 10 customers did very well. They did well. So moving on to revenue trend by year, we observed that 2018 was a good year for the company, starting at $92,759 in January. I'm peaking at $118,523 in May, and I'm ending at $91,073 in December. Although they finished the year lower than they started, but overall they finished the year well. It was a good year. It was a good year in conclusion. So moving on to 2019, uh, you would observe that revenue started at $84,493 in January, lower than the finished in 2018. So you observe 2019 isn't really a stable year, but going forward, let's look at the other um, trends for the year. Uh, Revenue picked up in March at $127,074, which of course you say is quite impressive. Yes, they did well in March, but you observe they ended the year very poor, very poor at $27,415 in December, which is an all-time low. Very poor, and it's not impressive at all. And if we use the slicers by year to you know analyze, for deep analysis, you observe that 2018 was a very stable year. Looking at the revenue trend, it was quite stable. Looking at the top 10 customers, revenue was, good. Quantity sold by a salesperson, it was high. Revenue by region, of course, it was good, you know. But if you go down to 2019, you see something different. Revenue trend is really going down, is deepening, sliding down, depreciating. Top 10 customers by revenue, not too impressive. Um, Quantity sold by salesperson, well, it's there, but not, not too impressive, but it's okay. Revenue by region is, it's just hanging there. So you see, 2019 wasn't really a good year, so to speak, as compared to 2018. When doing a comparison, you see that 2019 was, lesser in revenue, which is bad because the company should be progressing and not, you know, declining. So that being said, I recommend that the company compares their strategies of 2018 and 2019 to see where they went wrong, to make it, to, of course, make necessary corrections to prevent further revenue losses. So now moving on to a function of quantity ordered to region. We have four regions namely Arizona, California, New Mexico, and Texas. You observe that Texas had the highest proportion of quantity ordered at 26.26%. But of course, you still observe that all other regions have a good share of quantity ordered. This shows good competition, and of course, this is very impressive. Now, moving on to proportion of items to total revenue. We have 5 items: item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, and item 5. You observe that item 1 had the high proportion of, you know, item total revenue at 36.33%, which is very impressive, while item 3 had the lowest at a meager 6.16%, which is very poor. And as such, I would recommend that item 3 be discontinued, citing poor performance. So moving on to total quantity sold by salesperson, you observe that Anna Weber was the best performer, the best performing salesperson at 1,232 sold items, while Kim Fishman was the least performer at 1,022 sold items. Although he may be the least performer, so looking at the numbers, he didn't perform too poorly. And in conclusion, the numbers don't lie. They show a healthy competition between the salesperson, which is commendable. And I recommend that Anna Weber be given a letter of commendation and a performance bonus to encourage her, and of course, as well motivate the other salespersons to perform even better. Lastly, let's look at revenue by region. You'll observe that Texas had the overall best performing, or let's say it was the overall best performing region with a revenue of $532,135, while New Mexico was the least performing region at $492,184. And as such, I would recommend the other regions compare their strategies to that of Texas to see where they can make necessary improvements and adjustments. But of course, you still observe that they all still perform quite fairly, not too bad, but definitely, they can all still do better. That's what business is all about. Trying to do better all the time and try to, outperform your competitors. So this brings us to the end of this live analysis. Thank you.